Hey gang, it's Scott here, and I'm making a little video of a find I made at this local thrift store in my town. I'm calling it Thrift Store Camera Luck because I found this kind of bundle of stuff here at this store in a display case, and for like less than $11, and I knew it was something really good because I'll show you just one item here. If you know cameras like I do, film cameras, what this is, or from what I saw initially, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna definitely take this. The camera bundled in this is a Contax 137 MD. But look at what lens it's got. It's got the Carl Zeiss planar, which is made by Yashica under license. The design is the Tessar design, and I know for a fact because I bought one of these off of the internet, off of the Bay, for another Contax camera I own, that a lens like this, if it's in as good a shape as it appears to be, would go for, you know, at least $150 just for this lens. So I know, I basically know I got a great deal already. I have no idea what else is in here. There's kind of a cheapy tabletop tripod, and there's a motor drive, it looks like, and there's I think a Vivitar zoom lens, but there's a lot of other stuff in here. I have no idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all this stuff apart and just kind of show, because you're finding out what's in here as soon as I am. It's kind of like an unbundling video here. But I will say, before I'm starting to record this video, I did order a new leather covering material for this camera, because this is a common thing with these Yashica cameras, or whatever, their coverings would kind of deteriorate and kind of disintegrate or whatever. So without further ado, we're gonna cut this stuff open and see what else what else is in here. And I'm gonna have to do it kind of careful. Let's see, it's got like a goofy strap with like a big pad, felt pad. See what you can see here. It's a 137 MD quartz, and it looks like someone's name is kind of engraved here. I don't know if you can see it too well. And I'm just going to open it up, see what's in. Looks like, hopefully. Oh, look, there's still a film in it. And it even started hardly. Well, maybe, I don't know. Well, too late now. HP5 36 exposure. Who knows what pictures were on here. You can see the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to crank the shutter. It might be one that needs a battery. I'm not familiar with this specific model. I'm just going to kind of put this down now and cut open, see what else is in here. It's not going to be easy. I don't want to damage anything. Wow. It's not going to be easy. this might take a while. Let me just, well, okay, here's a plain lens cap, Yashica cap, lens cap. Here's a contacts lens cap. Yeah, now everything's falling apart. Whoa. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's something in there. Contacts, it says. Okay. There's like an inner lens cap. It's a lens shade. Another kind of lens shade. You know, body lens cap or body cap. Let me get rid of all this. Said, this is a piece of junk, but okay, what do we got? We got, let's look at this. This is a, I have to look through the viewfinder. This is an aftermarket Vivitar zoom. And I assume this is the, what they call the CY mount, the contacts Yashica mount or Yashica mount, so it would fit. It's got a shade, it's got a filter, I can see. Looks pretty clean. And what's in here? What is this? Here's a Yashica lens. It's a 28mm 2.8. So that would be, like I said, this is a Yashica. It's like Yashica made lenses for these contacts, is also under, you know, the Yashica brand or whatever. So got that. Now this, I assume this is probably some filters. Oh, this is a teleconverter. So I can like probably double the focal length of the 50mm lens. So that's pretty clean, pretty good. This fell off earlier. This is a viewfinder thing, clips on. It's rubber, so it's someone like me who uses glasses. It like you can put your glasses, when you wear your glasses up, it's not going to scratch them, which is cool. Got that. Like I said, I got all these caps. Here's probably the lens cap for the telephoto. Another shade. Now, what is in here? Wow, this is going to be a mystery. Not for long. It says Yashica in there. If I can get it out. We have a zoom of 35-105 zoom lens there, and it's also a Yashica lens with a filter, UV filter. Looks pretty decent. I mean, all this stuff, I'm gonna go, you know, I always clean up all the stuff I get, and don't know, I haven't really looked at the camera yet about light seals. I'm sure the light seals. Now this is very cool too. It's a motor drive. So let's open it up. See, I hope there's not bad batteries that leaked or something. Can't really tell. Although, if it's hard to open, that's kind of a bad sign. Maybe batteries are in here and they leaked or something. I won't know. I'm not even going to try right now on this part of this video, so I'm just going to put this aside. It says this is a Yashica Fx Winder. So there, we'll just add that. Now this, I'm probably thinking this is a strobe, and yep, it is. even get it out. I can't get it out. Oh, it's a big one. It's a Contax brand flash. Let's just see. This kind of, well, look at that. It kind of moves for bounce off the ceiling. Like I said, oh, it's still got batteries in it, which is, hopefully they haven't, oh, look at that. That's a lucky thing. They haven't tarnished or nothing. Take these batteries out. Let's look inside there. Thank goodness there's no crap in there. These batteries didn't leak. Let's see, oh, 2012, so I'm surprised they didn't leak, so that's a lucky break. And last thing is this, what's in here, last mystery, let's see what's in here. It says Vivitar, so maybe it's another lens or converter. Oh, it says macro focusing teleconverter. So, looks like, wow. So I got a regular lens, I got a Yashica, I got tons of lenses in here, wow. I got that short zoom, and then I got this wide angle, 28mm wide angle. This Vivitar says macro focusing. So I got a bunch of stuff in here, and it's all, I assume, for this body. And all this, everything you see, was like less than $11. So I really lucked out with this. Man, this is going to be awesome. All I got to do, I mean, I'm going to take that film out and then maybe see what kind of battery. I pretty much know what kind of battery this does. For this half of the video, I'm not going to attempt to test it out, but I'm going to do like a dissolve, and then after I clean all this stuff up, hopefully everything will work really well. In fact, maybe I just take this lens off, just see what's in back of here. See how to open it up. Can't remember. Oh, here we go. Push that. Okay, let's see what it looks like in there. Lighting is not very good. I'm doing this in my living room with just some room lights, but looks pretty clean. Mirror looks reasonably well. The top screen looks decent. Here's the inside of the lens. Said there were no scratches that I could see on the lens, which is very lucky because there was no lens cap on this when all this stuff was bundled together. So all in all, incredible find there. And at the same day I bought this thing, I found a case at another Goodwill, or another store, Goodwill. This kind of case here, and that was for like $3. So what you see next, or whatever, is going to be after all this stuff has been cleaned up, and hopefully I'll be able to see how this camera works. So stay tuned for part 2. Hey, a little addendum to my initial scene here. So the funny thing was, I got that winder there, and that's a Yashica winder, but this model I found out is actually a motorized, has a built-in motor. And here's like a battery, the battery holder, and here's like the bottom plate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a website, camera manuals that a guy named Mike Butkus has put on, and he has manuals for zillions of cameras, And it's a great source if you're like me and you find a lot of cameras, you know, and I always recommend something like this. And he asked for like a donation to support this, so what he does. So, but yeah, so I'm not going to mess with this right now until I download and print a manual about this camera. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, this is kind of like the after, or the big reveal of everything I've done with this outfit, or all the stuff I found. Pretty much cleaned everything up. I detailed the camera and I installed new light seals, which I will show you. And if you want to learn how to do that, if you go to my channel, I have a video on called Ultimate Light Seals Tutorial, and one on camera cleaning and detailing on my channel. And I will warn you, they are kind of long videos, and I do a lot of talking and explaining. It's not some little slickly produced, you know, with little music or something where you learn absolutely nothing. It's the kind of video that you actually have to, like, you'll pretty much learn everything that I've learned off the internet from other sites. But I just want to show you quickly the actual camera and what I did have to replace. And by the way, I just put on these new what I call the coverings, the leather coverings, or leatherette, and I got those from this is kind of a plug. It's from a place called Hugo Studio. There's a plug, and they sell different coverings for different classic cameras. And I also bought this strap, and the coverings I think were like $17–18, and the strap I think was about $17. So you're talking like $35, and this is after about 3 hours of actual work that I did to this. So I'll just show you what I had to replace. I replaced the mirror bumper, and I'll just take the lens off and kind of show you that real quick. See that there? And the only imperfection with this camera is that the focusing screen in one of the upper corners, there was some kind of blemish or something. And I don't recommend this, even in my detailing video. I don't recommend messing with it. But I thought it was just some adhesive or something, residue, but it wasn't. It was just some kind of blemish. So I'm just going to have to live with that. It doesn't affect the actual picture taking potential of this camera. It's just a little smudge in the viewfinder there. So I'm just going to have to live with that. Or if I sell this camera, someone else will have to deal with it. And then I'll show you the light seals that I replaced. So you replace that, and then another one here, and then the actual channels, don't know how well you can see that, I actually use like cotton yarn or cotton thread, and then cemented those in, and that replaced the foam material that always like kind of like crumbles up after a while. So I have every reason to believe that these light seals are going to be good. They're probably better than what was originally in the camera. And I can also give you a quick demo. I have batteries in this camera. And by the way, also, just to show you, this is a manual that I mentioned. You can get this. A source for manuals is this guy named Mike Butkus, and maybe you can see that there, www.butkus.us. And the nice thing about this, you can print them in bigger, and if you're like me and you don't have great vision, you can make a bigger, easier to read manual. Obviously the only expense is going to be your paper and your printer ink. So that's kind of an expense too to take into account. But like I said, I cleaned up all the lenses. They were in great condition. Sometimes I've learned through experience, sometimes if they have UV filters, sometimes they're like kind of crappy and they have like pits or damage or whatever, but these are all in really good shape. All I had to do is take them off, and then the lenses, because these were always on here, the lenses underneath, the objective lenses underneath were like virtually perfect. So that's a great thing. But I'll just give you a quick demo of the camera and the flash, by the way. And like for here, to turn it on, that's the on, it shows it being on. And then there's also a test position. You do to BC or BC battery test, it's a green. But for testing, I got it on, I think I got it on single. Let's just see, and I just press the shutter. See? Oh, that's multiple, I'm sorry. There's single, S. So I press it down. Oh. Maybe I'm wrong there. Okay, that's the time or whatever. Let's see how that works. I haven't even tried that until now. Probably like 10 seconds. Yep, goes on 10 seconds. So that's how it works. And then we'll put the flash on, and I'll show you the flash. Just bear with me here. And I'll just turn it on. You hear it whining as it's charging up. It has a test also there and a battery auto check, but I have it on the X position there for electronic flash, so or maybe I don't. Wait a minute. Oh, there it goes. See? So that's the Contax 137 MD quartz, originally purchased at a thrift store for like $12 plus everything you see. And that case that I bought at a Goodwill, that was too small for all this stuff, and I had another case here which everything fits in there pretty much perfectly. I actually had another camera outfit and I switched that out. I actually found another camera bag and I did a switcheroo with that. Put something else in that, and this had something else in it, so I'm using this one with this outfit. So like I said, you know, keep out a lookout on those thrift stores for some great items, and if you invest a little time and expertise, you have a great outfit to either use yourself or maybe eventually resell for for a nice profit. So with that, I'll say goodbye for now. Scott saying bye, and I hope you check into my channel for stuff like this in the future. Bye for now.